Well, what's up, guys? My name is Nick Smith, and I want to welcome you to my new blog. I don't know what you want to call it, podcast, video blog, vlog, whatever. It's called Finding Purpose from Your Pain. Now, I can't take credit for that. I heard a guy that I really respect, an incredible pastor, talk about the idea of finding purpose from your pain, and it really goes back to the biblical side of things. But I'm going to hold off on that for now and really just talk about kind of what it looks like to begin to identify the fact that there are so many people in pain. There are so many people that are dealing with chronic pain, different illnesses, things that are going on. Maybe you're just a friend of somebody or a family member of someone or a spouse that knows somebody that's going through pain. What we want to do is not just identify that, but we want to, my hope is through doing numerous of these. I don't know how long this will go on. I hope it goes on for a long time. I hope it continues to help you guys, and it also at the same time helps me, because this is truly a manifestation of me finding purpose from the pain that I've had from the last 10 years. See, just a little background from me. I was a gymnast back in the day. My parents actually, this just blows my mind. I was talking to my grandparents about this the other day. My parents would not let me play football because they believed that it was too rough of a sport on me and they didn't want me to get hurt. Yet, they let me do gymnastics. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Appreciate that. But I don't blame them at all. I would do it all again because I loved it. I was good at it. It took me a long ways. I got a lot of unique and really cool opportunities because of it. But unfortunately, my body broke down. And just to kind of give you a rundown, and this isn't like, hey, I've had more surgeries than anybody else. There's people that are way worse off than I am. I want to say that right off the bat. This is not about me. This is just giving you context of where I've been. But if we just look over, like, from my body, this last Friday, it's a Wednesday right now, the last Friday, I had my 5th back surgery, where they were taking out some hardware that they had implanted in my spinal cord column. At the same time, I've had 2 surgeries on my right shoulder here. It looks left to you, but it's my right shoulder. And then I had about 5 knee surgeries, 4 on my right, 1 on my left, and some other little surgeries throughout the way that really aren't all that exciting or anything. But what I have now is I've got a pretty bad chronic pain in my lower back that I deal with on a daily basis that I have to be medicated for, and that has really debilitated a lot of pieces of my life. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that are dealing with these things, that are dealing with different struggles of pain and going through things like this. And what I wanted to do with this video and these videos and these groups is I want to build a place where we can start to find healing. And once we find healing, we can begin to start finding purpose in what is going on. Why am I going through this? Oh man, maybe I'm going through this so that I can do something else that's going to impact even more people, or I'm going to be able to be a part of something really cool. I would have never imagined having to step out of my dream job like I did this last year. I worked for one of the most amazing businesses, but it was, just so you know, it was a church. I'd worked there for 11 years, and I never would have imagined stepping out of that I would be as okay as I am right now by stepping out of it. And it just seems like I continue to be provided for. And for some of you guys, I want to just say right off the bat, I'm going to use God as in context for me. He might not be for you right now, and that's okay. And I don't want to push you away by mentioning it. I just want you to understand that this is a place where I just want to talk about what's going on, and I hope that it helps you. And if at any point in time you're like, you know what, I want to know more about that, then I would love to talk to you, and I will have my email address down at the bottom of this, and you can get a hold of me and we can personally talk about whatever questions you have regarding that. But I don't want to push that on you guys. I just want you to understand that we can find a purpose in the pain that we go through today, tomorrow, and in the future. Now, today, I think that it's just, for me, it's just a really special thing. This first kind of episode, what I wanted to talk about was, is that you are not alone. And it took me a long time to realize that. That with so many people around me, you know, I worked at this church, and this church at one point in time had over 6,500 people at just the location that I would worked at, attending there, plus the staff, plus all these just amazing friends, community and everything. But I felt really alone. You know, even with my wife, man, God bless her, man, she's a rock for me. She's been there through all these surgeries and been there, and I can't even, and I'm going to talk more about that at a later episode, but it can feel incredibly alone. And I just want to encourage you that if you do, and I want to just say some of the times that I feel the most alone is when a normal person can go to bed at night, and I'm still scrolling Facebook at 2, 3, 4 in the morning because I can't sleep. Because when everything else shuts down and all the things go away, all the distractions in my life would go away, that's when I would truly begin to feel the fullness of the pain. And those are some of the most lonely times. Other times are, you know, when I see friends going out and going to the lake and going and doing certain things that, you know, they're going to go play laser tag, or they're going to go do this or that, these active things. And we can't. Let's just be honest. We could, but we're going to pay for them. And it makes it feel like we're really just disconnected, or we're alone in this. And what I want you to understand is you're not alone in this. And I think that there's power in talking about what is going on with a small group of people around you, people knowing what's going on around you, finding people that are going through it too, and being able to talk to them about it. So part of this video and part of the series of things that I'm going to do is there's a Facebook page, and maybe you're looking at it on the Facebook page now. Maybe you've clicked on over. Maybe it was shared from there. I want this to be a hub for community, first off. And maybe you don't have anything going on in your life that's bad right now. Maybe you're in the best shape of your life, and man, that's awesome. I envy you, I really do. But maybe you just want to come and be a part of this by being an encouragement to others. For others of you, it might be the fact that you just want to come into this and you're completely and utterly broken, and you find somebody else that's broken, and the two of you guys can encourage one another. Maybe it's to get up the next day and just find one thing that you're thankful for. The reason why I had to talk about that you're not alone is because one of my mentors actually in the last couple of days is dealing with an ailment and is in the worst pain of his life. And this is a guy that I look up to. Like I want you guys to understand the full context of this. Like, I look up to this guy like you wouldn't believe. He is just like such a stud, loves Jesus. He just has his stuff together, and I admire him so much, not just because of like what he does and how he composes himself, but because of the person that he is, truly because of the person he is. And I got to sit down with him, and he's going through the worst pain of his life, and the words he said to me were, I just feel so alone right now. I'm so broken and I feel so alone. And I think there was something powerful in that, because when he said that, I realized that in this moment that I got to be there for him, and I got to listen, and I got to just, even if I didn't say a dang thing. And a lot of times, you know what, guys, we got to shut our mouths, and we just got to get out of this whole say something. We got to say the perfect thing. We got to shut up sometimes, honestly. And we just got to be willing to say, you know what, I'm here for you. I'm here to encourage you. And you know what, I'm going to be here no matter what. Now, I'll take that a step further. And for me, and when I say in my faith, like, the way I encouraged him was, I even tried to say, you know, I tried to rationalize it just like anyone else. And I realized, you know, it's not about rationalizing it. It's not about these things. It's about being there for somebody, encouraging them that you're going to be there, but also encouraging them that God is with them through this whole situation. Bottom line, I don't think there's anything better that you can say or you can realize, but realizing that right there. So when I went back and I started thinking about today and realizing, like, you know what, it's time. I got to start talking about this. It's been welling up in me and boiling, and it's becoming even more of a passion for me to talk about, to connect people together. I knew that I needed to encourage a lot of you guys that you're not alone, and I want to give you a way to be able to talk about it. So there's a couple things like I want to ask you guys to do, and you know, you might be like, I don't know if I want to do this, but first off, if you're watching this, even if you're not hurting and you're watching it, and maybe you're just a friend of mine, and I appreciate it, I really do, but you know somebody in your life that is going through something. It could be something painful from their past. It could be an actual physical ailment. It could be a number of things, but I want to ask you guys to share this video. If it's on Facebook, share it, like it, get it out there to people. It's not... let me say this. I want to reach as many people as we can, okay? Just flat out. All right, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I want to reach. And that's not for me to feel boastful and feel all like, oh, this is amazing, reach more people, and it's all about Nick. No, it's not about me at all. Like, and one day, I honestly, like, I want to bring other people in, and I want them to be able to talk about things. I don't want this just to be about Nick, because it's not. It's not about me. This is about what God wants to do this is the purpose that comes through my pain, and I would not have purpose without him. And I want to make sure that that's clear. But I want to ask you guys to share this thing and get it out. And if you know people, ask them to watch this video. Ask them to like the page, even to go on YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel itself. So whenever new videos come out, it automatically comes to them. The reason behind this is because I want this to be a constant reminder that it goes straight to them. Social media is weird. I deal with it. You know, you can love a page, you can be like always on it, and then miss something one day. And if you're not following these things, if you're not sharing these things, people will miss it. And I don't want anyone to miss out on this, because I believe that through this page and helping people to understand, hey, go check out this page and be a part of it, I think that what we're going to do is we're going to build a really cool online community of people loving and helping other people, and ultimately people are going to find purpose in their pain. So that's really the beginning of what I wanted to talk about. The last, kind of wrapping this one up for you guys, is I want to encourage you to maybe share a little bit, like after these videos. Share, you know, if you do feel alone at times. If there are those times, I know for me, it's at night. I'm laying in bed, I'm there, I'm just like, I can't go to sleep. There's things that I do to, you know, certain things that I get on my phone and on apps. It's either Facebook, or sometimes it's like, hey, I jump on an app and I listen to like one of my favorite people that, like maybe it's a pastor, or maybe it's like a TED talk or something. I listen to those things until I absolutely get to my wit's end and I fall asleep or pass out. And so for you, I'd love to know what it is for you. Maybe it's getting out of bed in the morning. I know I'll be vulnerable with you guys. Like yesterday, I didn't get out of bed till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now granted, I might get a little bit of a pass because I had surgery a few days ago. I still got out of bed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's hard to swallow for somebody that, like for me, that's almost failing. I think that I should get up in the morning and I should get going and I should be running after it, but I just realized right now I can't do it. And, I've got to accept the time that I have right now to heal. So what is it for you? What are those times? What are the things that you do to get through and maybe to make it better. And then so I'd love for you guys that are going through that to comment, but if you're not going through it, maybe everyone else, maybe encourage them, let them know, meet some people, and let's see where this thing goes. Let's encourage one another. I know it feels a little weird, I know it's a little awkward, but take the time to do it. You never know on the other side. You know what? You might not be experiencing pain, but you might be a part of changing someone's life. And at the same time, you might not be experiencing pain, but you never know. You could wake up tomorrow and be in that pain, and then all of a sudden be looking for the purpose in your pain. So, guys, I want to thank you for watching this week. I don't know you, but I love you. I want you to know that. I don't know if everyone on here believes in prayer, but I will be praying over the people that are watching this, and hoping and praying that your day is good, and these situations that you're going through get better, and that you truly find the purpose in your pain.